Hi there. Glad you could join us for this episode of The Weekly Send. The Weekly Send is powered by Founded Technologies Nonprofit Core. Transform your organization with a comprehensive software solution built for nonprofits. And by 1832 Communications, partnering with your nonprofit to help you build more relationships and raise more money. In today's episode, we're going to look at an email from Feed the Children. The subject line is From Hungry to Helping. That's a good subject line. It gets me a little bit curious. What does that mean to go from hungry to helping? I want to know what's the story behind that. I'm going to open up this email. The email itself comes from Feed the Children, which is good. It allows me to see who's sending it to me, who's the organization, and so it'll stand out in my inbox when I want to open it. In terms of the email itself, it comes from Action at Feed the Children, and the reply to is also Action. It's generic, needs something more personalized so that it's a one-to-one communications between the organization and the subscriber. I want to know who's sending it to me, and I want to know if I reply, who I'm replying to. The email itself is a story, and I've mentioned this in the past before, but I want to show you a great example of it here. When you tell stories, email is a fantastic platform for doing that. What you want to do is tell the story of one. Center your story around one person's journey, and then use that to explain the need and how your subscribers can help your organization grow. So in this case, they've titled it a full circle moment, Desmond's story. And you'll see here what they've done is very simple. They give you a snippet of the story about Desmond, a nice picture, and then there's a call to action here. So it opens up with, I want to make sure that people don't have to feel the way I felt when I was a kid, where sometimes I didn't know if we were going to have the right amount of food for 5 kids. Desmond, Feed the Child partner. So that's from hungry to helping. He already knows what that's like in terms of going from hungry. And now he works with Feed the Children. He lives in Buffalo, New York, and he works in their Buffalo Dream Center, which is a Feed the Children partner agency. So what you have here is just a snippet of the story. You've got a great picture, and then boom, the call to action, read more about Desmond, which is what you want. You want them to read about that story and then take action based on that story. Now, Feed the Children added something here at the bottom that I wouldn't necessarily add. I would add it in a different place, and I'll show you where in a minute. But what they've done here is they're mentioning their No Hunger Holidays campaign, and they're asking for a monthly gift. And they have a competing, we'll call it, call to action, become a monthly donor. These two calls to actions, it could make subscribers not sure what you want them to do. Do they want me to read the story, or do they want me to give? So in this case, I would suggest only having the read more about Desmond call to action. Leave that as the center of your email and what you want people to do. And then we'll talk about the become a monthly donor, what they could do with that in a second. The footer of the email is very good. You've got your social media icons here. They stand out. And again, another way for your organization to connect with subscribers and for subscribers to connect with you. On mobile, definitely the picture stands out. The call to action here, read more about Desmond, stands out. I think the font size here and here could be a little bit bigger, making it easier to read on mobile, but in general, plenty of white space, easy to navigate, easy to skim, see what they want me to do, and click the call to action button. Now, on the Feed the Children blog, here's the story of Desmond, and the title is Desmond's Stand Against Hunger, which is a great title. And then they tell you his story and what he's doing in Buffalo. And not only do they tell you the story, but they're also doing it through images of Desmond working with Feed the Children's partner at the Buffalo Dream Center. And the story goes on. It's easy to read, again, because they have all these pictures. It's not a lot of content to take in. You get to the bottom, you learn about his work in Buffalo and what he's trying to do for other families based on what he himself experienced as a kid. Again, we go back to From Hungry to Helping. This is where I would put the call to action for the monthly giving. I've seen the email. You know what? I do want to learn more about the story. I click the call to action. I come to the blog. I look at his story. I learn more, learn from him about what he's giving back to the community and how I can help as well. This right here is the area where you want to have that call to action, become a monthly giver to Feed the Children. Takeaways for today's episode. First of all, in your email, storytelling email is a great platform for telling stories. When you can, tell the story of one. That's the best way to get me as a subscriber to connect to one person specifically, and then want to become a donor or take action, whatever you want me to do. Number two, in terms of the email, share a picture, a snippet, and CTA, the call to action button for more, and that's it. You don't need any more than that. Keep it short and simple. I'll click and I'll go to the blog to learn more. And finally, use your blog to drive people to take action. So if you have a blog post, every blog post should end with some kind of call to action, whatever that is. Download something, register, sign up, donate, volunteer. Doesn't matter what the call to action is, but every blog post should end with a call to action so you get people to take action and become further connected to your organization. Thank you for watching this episode of The Weekly Send, where we help your nonprofit boost your email fundraising and marketing. We'll see you next episode.